Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy GrandmastaJ, and you hear that? It's the jazz. That means it is time for replay review. Now today, okay, we have an Elphelt versus a Ramlethal, both in floor 10. So I'm going to be chastising them a little bit heavier. Okay, these are the kinds of people who are Celestial candidates that just are not consistent enough to get into Celestial, or maybe they were in Celestial, blah, blah. You guys get the idea. Anyway, I'm going to be coaching the Elphelt, so even immediately off rip, right? We can, because they're floor 10, we can go into matchups. The Elphelt versus Ram matchup is surprisingly pretty even. Elphelt has some very great run speed. Her neutral is pretty good. She has a good 6P, especially a 6P confirm, which is important against Ramlethal because you got to 6P a lot of her stuff. And Elphelt's low damage is offset by Ramlethal's low health, if you know what I'm saying. So even though Ramlethal is far and away like the better character, right? Elphelt can still do well in this matchup, I think. I think it's pretty even. Anyways, without further ado, let's see a couple of things, shall we? And of course, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I love me some round starts, okay? What's the round start looking like? Boom, 6P. Okay, I like 6P. I like 6P. 6P's good. 6P's good. Why? Because Ramlethal has a lot of moves that are just work extremely well in this situation. She can far slash, she can heavy slash, she can Daru like she did in this situation. Now, if she 2S's, I don't think Elphelt 6P pushes her far enough to get hit by 2S. Nagos does, unfortunately. Rest in peace to my big boy Nago. But yeah, I love the 6P. Very good. It was even going to go for the right confirm. So now we're here, backs to the corner. I like how he kind of waited because you don't want to get caught with Ramlethal's S sword that close to the corner. It could have been a full confirm. Anyways, blocks, gets thrown. So now she has no swords. There's no swords, gets hit low. Now here's the thing, right? Ramlethal's got no swords in this situation. The only thing Ramlethal really does have is 2K. 2K is a really good button. Elphelt's 2K is also a really good button. But at that point, it's kind of a 50-50 if you press 2K at the same time. So for Elphelt, in Elphelt's case, did she really want to go in this situation and put herself in essentially whose 2K is going to hit first, right? Or instead, she could have pressed 2S, right? So in this situation, instead of, yeah, she definitely went for 2K. Instead of pressing 2K, you would have went for 2S, which again, stop sign normal. If you go for 2S here, it probably would have counter hit the Ram, and you could have gotten a very good confirm off of it. Does not go for that. You also could have gone up for run up grenade. I like run up 2K, but I don't like it all the time. I think that run up grenade is just so much better, and run up 2S is also just so much better because, like, why are you getting that close to your opponent anyway, right? Like, it's still Ramlethal at the end of the day, so you don't want to take this much damage or even be in this situation. Quick burst out, gunshot, that's fine. Does 5S whiffs, and mind you, I really hate using 5S in neutral. I think 2S is just far superior in terms of it just being more active and going basically the same distance. I don't press 5S unless I know it's going to hit. Into jump S. So this is being a bit overzealous. Luckily gets away unscathed, okay? The Ramlethal doesn't confirm well. So you back all the way up. So now we're here, right? Goes for a delay 2K. That's completely fine. Definitely could have gotten smacked up, but this is okay. This is fine neutral. I'm fine with this, right? Into gunshot. Gunshot's good. Goes for another air dash. Why are you so impatient, bro? Why are you so impatient? Relax. Slow down. You don't have to air dash at her. Here's the thing, right? Ramlethal is at a disadvantage full screen from Elphelt because Elphelt has a gunshot. She has infinite gunshots. Ramlethal does not, especially at this range. If you're mid-range, Ramlethal should never be throwing swords, right? Ramlethal is delaying. She gets her swords back. At this range, right, Ramlethal gets literally nothing from throwing swords. If she throws swords, you're going to, what, tumble back a little bit, and then that's it. You're going to be completely fine. Elphelt has the advantage here. You can slow down, right, and hold your ground. You could have shot another shot or anticipated this dash-in from Ramlethal if you just waited a little bit longer, right? One thing I like to do in neutral is I like to position myself to where I believe my opponent is going to start approaching, right? That allows me to react to their approach and press things. For example, if I'm playing Elphelt, I would press 2S to stop their frontal approach. Or in this case, you could have pressed 6P. You could have smacked her out of the sky, gotten a confirm. She has no burst. And been good. Now, you do get lucky. You win the trade, but I still don't like the idea, right? Boom. Puts her in the corner. Now, here's where I find issue. This is okay right now, but I do still find issue with it, is that he never goes for Elfelt's Reica loops, or not loops. Loops is the wrong word, but her Reica pressure, right? So when Elfelt gets a hit like this, you can go back into her Reica to set up for another situation. Now, I just want to compare the damage, right? That does that much damage, which is pretty good. Still pretty respectable. But check this out. Even if, well, you know, I'm gonna have Ramlethal not block high, right? So we're gonna have Ramlethal not block high, right? And then I go high and boom, right? It does more damage. And also, he had meter to be able to RC confirm it. Did he even have burst? Let's see. I'm pretty sure he had some burst. Okay, didn't have burst. That's fine. But you had meter to confirm it, get a wall splat, and then go for wall break into, you know, positive bonus, and then you would have gotten some burst back. I just think that this is fine if you want to keep her in the corner, but it doesn't seem like that's the case, and we'll kind of see later. As an Elfelt player, I wish you could have done this more, because you could have actually positioned yourself to put Ramlethal in more so of a 3-touch situation than a 4-touch situation, right? That's just one less chance to have to enforce a mix on her. Anyway, gets the throw. And this is another one of my nitpicks. Yes, I did watch this before the set. I feel like it just makes me better at coaching. So this is one of my nitpicks, right? Every time he goes for this OTG, he goes for 2K, right? Now, 2K off OTG is completely fine. However, you're leaving damage on the table for literally no reason, right? It doesn't time any different than 5S, or I'm sorry, than 2H, right? And 2H is 9 more damage, depending on the risk. Right? It's just a small nitpick, but like, you're leaving like 4 damage off the table for no reason. Like, it just gets on my nerves. That's all I have to say. Usually when you would do 2K in this situation, you would do it mid-screen to be able to get a better mix-up situation. But in this case, they're in the corner anyway, so why do you keep doing that? Anyway, gets another throw. Does another 2K. This is just a nitpick of mine. I just hate looking at that. Right? Goes for 2K 2D. Now that is not good. I will say. Goes for 2K 2D. I do not know why, right? Because it's not even like he mixed him here. He goes for slash 2K 2D, right? If you're gonna go for 2K, why the frick wouldn't you just do grenade empty jump 2K, right? You even have meter to be able to close out this round. You could have went for a real mix-up. Now, the real mix-up, for those of you uninformed, that Elfelt can get off this is as follows, right? This is unthrowable. And if you're nice like me, you can get that, right? Which is pretty nice, right? He is not going for a mix-up at all. He's just instead kind of autopiloting pressure. Ramlethal's in a situation where even if he blocked the initial high-low mix-up, Elfo can just go straight into Reica. Ramlethal has no resources. I mean, yeah, she has a little bit of burst up here, but like, is she really going to use it at this point? I don't think so. So you got so much burst to be not using it like that. Anyways, gets smacked out. You know, now we're back to neutral. Now we're back to a bit of a scrambly neutral situation. You're doing a lot of backdashes that you know, the first backdash was fine. The second one, I don't know about. Because now what's happening, right? You backdash the rock, fantastic. But now you backdash again to give her space. This goes back to, why not stand your ground? Stand your ground. In fact, move up a little bit and look at the opponent. Look at what they're doing, okay? Pay attention to what your opponent is doing, okay? This is the fundamentals of playing neutral, is that you need to look at what your opponent's doing and react to it, right? You're not exactly like, it's different than Street Fighter neutral. Street Fighter neutral, you want to position yourself in a way where your opponent whiffs. In Guilty Gear neutral, you want to position yourself in a position where your opponent is not comfortable, okay? So you are giving up so much real estate. You're just giving up the corner. You're just saying, hey, here you go. You know, get out the corner. That's for you, buddy. That's all yours. Now Ramlethal's burst is coming back, right? Because of these compounding effects. Ramlethal's even got meter now, right? So Ramlethal's out the corner. You gave her space to do this horrible air dash, by the way. And what are you doing? Like, you know, this is bad neutral. Straight up. This is just bad neutral. Okay? You run up, get clipped, fine, right? Then you backdash again. This is my issue, right? Why are you backdashing so much? Right? You backdash here, give her space, get smacked. Backdash again, you're just not reacting to things, right? The 2K is still a little tricky, fine. You get caught, you block. Now this is my second nitpick, right? Why are we not YRC? You YRC here, but this was the worst place to YRC. Why? Because Ramlethal, if she wanted to, in this place, in this situation, Ramlethal could have sat there and blocked, right? The sword takes care of the pressure for her. If you, lucky for you, she pressed 2K, right? But if Ramlethal sat there and blocked, you would have died, okay? You would have straight up died, all right? You had 2 opportunities to YRC. What are you hoarding it? Why are you hoarding it? Get her off you. YRC right now, right? Even right now, right? Even right now, right? And you YRC here. It's dangerous. It works fine. You press 5 slash into 6 heavy slash. Not sure why. Gets caught for it. That might have been a mistake. Honestly, admittedly, the 6 heavy slash might have been a mistake, but even still, first of all, I don't know how you would have gotten that mistake. But second of all, far slash, again, I'm just not a fan of Elfelt's far slash. And this is not your fault. This is kind of Elfelt's fault, right? But from this distance, right? This is just Guilty Gear information. From this distance, boom, right now, right here in this very moment, you're currently plus 10. Okay, let me scooch in. You're well, that doesn't scooch in very well. You're currently plus 10, right? But you're at this distance, so Ramlethal has nothing to fear if she backdashes, right? She's not scared of backdashing. And so far slash is not good because it's not active enough to really catch backdashes. If you press 2H, right, it would have caught the backdash, but it's a little risky, admittedly, right? One thing I would have loved to see, based on spatial awareness, is I would have loved to see grenade. Because even if Ramlethal tries to mash, even if Ramlethal tries to press 6P, grenade would have just immediately cleared this, right? I feel like you're just not grenading enough overall. And grenade would have put you in a position either here, I think more closer to here, where you would have gotten the jump on her, right? And then you might have been able to close out the round with the extra 50 meter. Instead, press 6H, you die. That's it. Fine, it happens. All right. Round start number 2. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what you do. Let's see adjustments. Backdash. Okay, that's fine, right? Look, she 2S's. This is what I'm saying. She 2S's. That usually beats 6P. That's fine. I like that. That's okay. You run up, but you're not reacting. This is another situation. You're not reacting to Ramlethal's movements. You're not really anticipating them. You see her in the air. You're already holding forward. Just press 6P, right? Also, why are you running up so much anyway? Right? Why are you like? I feel like the play is impatient. You're a little too impatient with how you're approaching, and which causes these kinds of situations. You're impatient. You're not reacting, which causes these kinds of situations where you get hit, and then you're backdashing away, right? And now we're back here, right? I feel like there's a big issue with controlling space. And one way to remedy that is to think of your character as, think of your character as a little box, right? This is how you control space. Think of your character as a little box and think about the space in front of them as how you can hit I don't know if I explained that right. Think about this space as how far your buttons go. So Elfelt's far slash goes about here, 2 slash goes about here, right? Her 6H goes about here. Her grenade covers this. Her gunshot covers this. Her jump gunshot covers this, right? This is how you should be thinking in terms of what space can I cover currently, right? If you press 2H, you could cover this, right? But that's how you determine, or that's how you have a better grasp of how neutral works. You look at your opponent, you're like, okay, my opponent's here. How much space can I cover? Do I think they're going to approach? Do I think they're going to stay away? If you think they're going to approach, then you want to be like, all right, I think he's going to run here. If I think he's going to run here, then I'm going to run here. Boom, I'm here. And I'm going to press 2S. I love 2S. 2S is just, I love 2S. I'm going to press 2S. Why? Because if they run this way and they continue to commit to run this way, or even if they press a button but they run this way, my 2S is going to stop them here, right? or I think they're gonna jump, or I'm unclear if they're gonna jump. I'm gonna walk here in a space where I'm a little bit ahead, right? I'm not pushing myself towards the corner. You don't want to be in the corner, especially against Ramlethal. And my opponent is approaching me, right? But I don't know if they're gonna go this way or this way, right? So I'm gonna put myself in a position where I'm far enough that if they go this way, I can react to it. If they go this way, I can react to it and 6P it, right? But instead, just running up, this is actually not bad. Almost kind of what I said, right? Again, not reacting. Goes for a dash 2K. Brother man, listen, this would have been a great spot for 5S or even gunshot, right? You don't want to get in uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable ranges, especially as a mid-range character, right? Or at least a character with mid-range buttons. Use your mid-range buttons, man. Use your mid-range buttons. This is a perfectly okay combo, right? This combo right here is perfectly okay, right? Because if I'm here, I can do that. That is perfectly okay. You're pushing them to the corner. You're getting mileage, all right? Press 2K. 6 Ps. It works, but I don't know if I really like when it worked, but it works. It works. Whatever. Tries to go for it again, even though you traded. Extremely dangerous, but okay. Runs up, does not react to her landing, and then 6 Ps, right? You don't react to her landing, so you could press like 5S or whatever. But 6P, whatever, gets a combo, drops the combo. That's okay. That combo's a little tricky. I'm not going to force that, right? Backdash again, fine, whatever. Air dashes, gets hit by a sword, right? And then this burst is really bad. I don't even got to explain why this burst is really bad, but I will. This burst is really, really bad. This burst is bad for, honestly, for one reason, right? You're in the middle of a combo and you just burst super early, man. You could have waited a little bit, man. You gotta wait a little bit. You want to burst when you think they're pressing a button. And you just got unlucky because the Ramlethal just so happened to cross on. Anyway, Ramlethal gets the combo, drops the combo, that's fine. The rest is kind of history, I'm not gonna lie. Again, same issue. Gets a throw, okay? A couple signs of life, you brute force it, I still hate that throw. Bursts out. All right, 6 Ps, yeah, impatient, you could have caught that if you just sat still, right? And now we just see kind of the same thing. Now, this is another thing. Remember what I said at the beginning of the video, where I was like, you know, you have to go for more Reica, or re-Reica situations. She ends the combo here. She, I don't know. Ends the combo here. Doesn't even RC, right? To get like a wall break or something like that, or push him close to the corner. And so you give them back their space. That's the thing. If you're playing LFL, you don't want to give them back their space. You already took their space. Why would you give it back, right? If you went for this, good one for a mix, into RC, in a combo. Whoopsie, whatever. Into death. Had enough meter to kill him, right? But you gave him back their space. Now you have to do it again, right? I'm also, again, here's the thing. I'm not seeing enough bridles. Bridle, it's an ignorant move. Use it, man. Use bridle. Gunshot. Oh, there it is. There's the bridle. Could have 6P there. Did he try to 6P? Maybe he tried to 6P. Huh? Survey says it might be too deep. Did he try to 6P? What the frick? Close slash. Brother, man, you got a 6P. You got a 6P. If they're in the air, especially if they're in the air, press the button, you got a 6P. Upperhead in bowl. Right? You died because you don't 6P, and that is the game. You're dead now. Uh-oh. That sucks. Anyways, that's it. I feel like we went over a lot. I feel like we talked about a lot. Biggest takeaways is, if you're on floor 10, I expect you to at least start learning what neutral is, right? Air dashing less. Now, that doesn't mean don't air dash. Air dash is still a very great tool when used well, but you got to air dash far less. You have to stand your ground far more, right? I went over standing your ground and how that essentially works, or at least the thought process of that works, right? And LFL specific, use 2S more. I love 2S. And do the Reica, or the Reica resets better. Or do them more. Do them at all, right? Do them at all. Do the Reica resets at all, because it's just an incredibly good tool, right? Her Reica, especially when your opponent has no resources, is so strong. It is a near guaranteed hit because your opponent has to guess twice. And if you have meter, 4 times. Like, it is stupid. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you learned something. I know I sure have. And for those of you guys asking, how do I submit one? I'm working on that right now. I'll get back to you on that. Anyways, peace.